Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Maria Jose Trujillo Sanchez, and I'm in second semester of architecture. And today I'll talk about Jacopo Barozzi da Vignola, one of the most influential architects of the Renaissance and Modernism. Although he is not used in academic writing as often as Michelangelo or Palladio, his function is constantly changing how we understand architecture. His own book, The Five Orders of Architecture, has in fact been a user for centuries. He was the architect who turned classical architecture into a clear, practical, and repeatable system. Barozzi was born in 1507 in Rome, Italy, during an era when the Renaissance had already begun a creative revolution, but he was also present at the next further modernism, when the architects were trying to go further than distinct structures, proportion, and new methods. He first trained as a painter and draftsman before becoming an architect. Then he worked with the great patrons of the time, especially the Farnese family. Then died in 1573, leaving behind a significant theoretical legacy. His contribution is not a construction, but a book called Regola delle Fasiche di Ordine Architettura, printed in 1562. Why was it revolutionary then? Before Vignola, the classical order changed the group of architects from one to another. He systematizes them, together with precise proportions so that they are easy to use in conception and construction. He has been a user for architects, craftsmen, and builders throughout Europe for over 300 years. So whatever Vignola had made, he had brought classical beauty into a sensible apparatus. He gives clear instructions so that the architecture can be reproduced, in addition to clarity. His most important architectural works is Palazzo Farnese in Caprarola, one of the best examples in Italian modernism. This is Church of the Gesù in Rome, considered the start of Jesuit architecture. Then Villa Giulia designed together with Vasari and Amanati, example of Renaissance palace architecture. Sant'Andrea in Via Flaminia, his first church in Rome, shows the simple, controlled style that characterizes him. We can see the emphasis on geometric clarity, precise proportions, and balanced space in each of his private plans. His influence on European architecture is quite vast. Vignola didn't only design the direction of his estate, he had planned the next 3 centuries. France, Spain, Germany, and Latin America were taught these principles. Thanks to him, the architect could speak a common dialect accurate in precise proportions. His book was more influential than any Renaissance treatise, except Vitruvius, forming the basis of European academic classicism. Jacopo Barozzi da Vignola was much more than a Mannerist architect. He had been a ruler, a builder of the classical forms of architecture, and a godhead of the recurrent model for couples. His theoretical and practical work demonstrates that architecture cannot be made exclusively by means of elements, but rather by clear thoughts and precise proportions. His treatise demonstrates his acts. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.